How y'all doing? Is anybody there? Let's see. I can catch up with this chat. Hello, come in. Fixing reels. Trying to make this thing work so I can read the chat. Hmm. Well, somebody's here. It went somewhere. I can barely read it. Let me fix this monitor here. Lake Creek Bottoms Outdoors. How you doing, buddy? Can you hear me okay? Going to change this so I won't get the delay. How about now? I'm gonna have to fix something real quick. Hang on, give me just a second, bro. Catch any fish this weekend? And I'll just put it back over there. Okay, I think it's working a little better for me now. Man, I don't know if you watched my last video, but Deb took all the line off all my reels. And man, I've been spooling reels for 2 days now. I didn't realize I had so many reels. She had a blast though. Bless her heart. Doesn't take much to entertain her times. Now I found one that was kind of funky. It's no Shimano little 2500, one of the cheap ones, one of those $40 ones. And it just needed cleaning up a little bit, a little grease. Lake Conroe, 36 crappie, 12 catfish, and a handful of bluegill. Let me make that screen larger. I've got a 21-inch monitor here and I can't read it. Isn't that ridiculous? There we go. All right, now I can read you. 36 crappie. Any size to them? Wow. Man, I hadn't caught 36 crappie since I used to fish Toledo Bend all the time. Got a real bad delay here, but I'll make it through here somehow. Through it sometime. Just uploaded a video of the trip last night. One of them was 14 and a half inches. Goodness gracious. That's huge for a crappie. Was he fat? Was it female? Smaller than female? love crappie, man. That's probably my favorite fish to catch freshwater wise. Anyway, favorite fish to eat for sure. That brim got kind of burnt out on bass fishing um, a while back. They've already spawned. Yeah, I guess it would because it's trying to think. It's June already. Oh yeah, they probably spawned about finished spawning early May, huh? That's and I don't know if you've ever fished Toledo Bend, but in the old days, and I call the old days anything past 20 years ago, we would go down there and we're right there at Pendleton Bridge, right? Just go right under the bridge and go to the left before they built that subdivision and everything. And there was no roadbed that came in the water. And of course, there were other places to catch crappie there too, but man, we would just tear big old saddle blankets up down there. And I haven't caught. I guess I got spoiled fishing, fishing for those. Um, Anything else I catch now is just, which isn't very often because I don't get to go much. It's just kind of, yeah, almost rather catch brim. But I do like me some fried crappie. Man, that's like it's like flounder to me. And when it, on the on the tenderness scale, the flaky scale, I guess crappie and flounder are about the same to me. A lot of people like speckled trout, and I'll catch them. I'll eat them. Um, but I'm not real big on fried fish. But man, I can eat some crappie and some big old Toledo Bend brim. We'll fillet those big old brim about like that, about like crappie, small crappie. A little Louisiana hot sauce and mustard in there, and some Zatarans, fish fried, salt and pepper. Well, you guys know what I'm talking about. And I don't think there's any better fried fish than a brim or a crappie. Mm. Well, who's watching? Somebody came in. They're not talking. Who is it? I'm trying to put a reel back together, so if I look down every now and then, y'all don't be offended. It's a little old cheap Shimano reel I'm trying to clean up. Looks like they got it okay now. You went with a guide, huh? Oh wow, crappie tacos. That sounds good. That sounds real good, bro. Man, making me hungry. I hadn't had much dinner. I had a tomato sandwich, and I was going to cook some bacon, make me BLT because I love BLTs this time of year. But I think I'm going to make an avocado and tomato sandwich here in a little bit. Um, just not big on hot food when it's just hot outside. I like cold drinks. Well, now I can't get this thing back in there. Let's see. How did I do that? Oh, yeah. Crappie taco sounds good. Put anything special on them? This chat's about 10 seconds behind, looks like. Get in there. There we go. Yay. I Yeah. Have you ever been to the chicken coop on Toledo Bend? You said like Conroe. You're talking Texas, right? I'm hoping. I think. What guitar player would I want to go fishing with? Wow, that's a tough one. I can't. I'm gonna blow your name, okay? Idle cores. Did I say that right? Adele cores. It's probably something real simple. Um, man, I don't know. Yeah, I got to meet Jimi Hendrix before he died. Woody. Okay, Woody. Glad to have you in the stream, dude. Um, who would I want to go fishing with? Guitar players. That's a tough one. Hey, fishing with Slip. Welcome. Um, you guys get to know each other. If y'all don't hadn't checked out each other's channels, y'all go ahead and do it. You're not hurting my feelings. Um, I don't know. What guitar player would I want to go fishing with? Alive or dead? Um, that would be tough, man. George Harrison, if he were alive, for the Beatles. Either. Oh wow. Actually, he's not really a guitar player, but I think he'd be a lot of fun. I think Travis Tritt. Well, he's just kind of a guitar player, you know. I think he'd be a lot of fun because I know he fishes, you know. I don't think Clapton would fish, you know. He might. Um, God, there's so many. I can't think of any guitar player who would fish. Charlie Daniels. I take it all back. Charlie Daniels. He plays guitar too. Absolutely, Charlie Daniels. He'd be a blast. I don't know. If, he might be a little bit too big for my little boat, though. You know, he's a pretty big fella, and I've only got an 18-foot boat. So, you know what's so bad? I know somebody that produced one or two of his albums. He produced a Simple Man album. Um, my friend James Stroud, who used to work in the studio down here where I live, and he went to Malaco. Holland Ash, what's up, dude? Welcome. Thanks for coming in, guys. Debbie's over babysitting. Her daughter went to I don't know where they went. They're on a cruise, and they've got two children. One of them's kind of young, so it was a little bit too young to take with them. So she she's over at their house babysitting all week. You used to live in Alec? Yeah, how long ago? I had a stalker chick from Alec. Does that count? Well, we call it Alexandria for you people that don't live in Louisiana. 2012, 2014. Pick up that guitar and play some music. That one, I'd have to plug it in. That's y'all don't want to hear me play tonight. I'm really not in the mood. I will one night. I'll have something. Yeah, those chicks and Alex are kind of funky, kind of weird. I shouldn't say that about all of them, but this one was a definite stalker. It was a long time ago. All right, I'm gonna back up a little bit. Lake Creek Bottoms Outdoors. He was talking about some crappie tacos he made. Jerry Reed. Yeah, I got to meet Jerry Reed. Jerry Reed's cool. I'd like to fish with him too, but that's not going to happen, obviously. Um, his taco recipe: chopped mangoes, chopped avocados, cilantro, crappie baked, seasoned with chili powder. That's 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 you're making me hungry, man. Why are you doing that to me? I'm an old man. That's like elderly abuse. Stop it. That sounds good. I can do without the mangoes though. So how's that 56 Bel Air, Bill? Beautiful women, but they can be another level of crazy. Yeah, yeah. You have been to Alex, haven't you? Alex, haven't you? Naked is just as bad, man, with that college down there. But I'm a little old for college girls. It don't count when I'm too old. I pretty much think, and women probably, I don't want to go there because, I'd like to keep my channel intact. I pretty much think that women probably say the same thing about us, don't you think? Knack of trash. I don't know. That's school of nursing. But that's been a long time. I don't know. I've got a good friend down there, insurance agent. I hadn't seen him in several years. He's a pilot, too. Been trying to get him to take me to the Super Bowl for years, but Dallas hasn't been in a Super Bowl in years, so I'm probably not going. I wasn't slow on my 56. 74. Yeah, I hear you, Bel Air. Hey, if y'all hadn't seen Bill 56 Bel Air's channel, if you like old cars and stuff, this is a guy you want to go see. Y'all check him out, and Holland Ash and everybody in here, you know. Uh, well, are you saying it gets slower? Black Lake, Black Lake, up in North Louisiana, near Campty, or Black Lake down in Calcasieu, Big Lake. We're good. Big Lake. Okay, I'm gonna. Well, I don't know if you're saying yes to which one. 69 Chevelle built one of those. 396. 67. No, 69. 67 had the fastback, didn't it? First up north. I haven't ever fished that lake. There's an old Marine that had a catfish place up there that was a client of my partner's, and he and I and Ben's, he was a jarhead. You know, we kind of got along real well. And I don't even remember his name. I think he died, but he had a good catfish restaurant up there. And I heard that the fish up on the crappie up on that Black Lake up there are just phenomenal. Um, there are two of them, but I think you're talking about the one that's just chock full of trees and not a whole lot of access to it. I think that's the one in Campty. That Campty, I guess that's the name of the town. 396 four speed. Yep, built one of those. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. No, but pretty soon, in I don't know, 10 days or so, maybe 2 weeks, we're gonna fish Black Lake down on Calcasieu Lake. We're gonna pull a boat down the big lake down there, and hopefully we'll catch some flounder. You know, Deb is like the flounder whisperer. She has that touch, and it's maybe it's because she doesn't smoke, or maybe it's the stuff she puts on her hands to make her skin soft, but she catches more flounder than I do, and I'm not real happy about it, to be honest with you. Um, let me can y'all see this now? Let me pull this down just a little bit. Um, but she wants to catch the CCA Star Tournament winning flounder for the state this year. You know, if she would have weighed in yet last year, she'd have had fourth place. But there is no fourth place, so there was no point in it. You know, 383, 435, 383. That's a Dodge engine, right? Had a friend of mine have one of those. It ran good. It ran real good. So what are you doing in Virginia? How'd you go up there? You in the Navy? Guess I better start putting this back together, huh? Can't remember all these screws go. Chevy Stroker. Oh, okay. Got it. That's why I didn't Dodge. Uh, Sorry to hear that, buddy. I know how that is. I'm just living day by day, man. I'm just going to enjoy whatever I have left. You know, that's kind of why I started this channel. Oh, no. Oh, no. You just got married. Oh, you just got married or you just now getting a divorce? Let's see, you left here in, what'd you say, 2012? I'd have to scroll that. And I've got these lights in my eyes, so I can't really see anything down here. You catching any fish hauling ash? Man, 4 years, that's all? Sorry to hear that, bro. That's hate to see people get divorced. Done it. Been there, done that. And one of my old friends, pretty wealthy guy, is getting divorced right now, and he's in the middle of lung cancer surgery. He's had two of them. He's probably not going to make it, and all she cares about is selling that house, man. Just all she wants is her money. I, I just don't know what to say about it. She's got plenty already, but I guess there are men that way too. You know, I'm not gonna. You had a mini tournament and wife out fished you. Hey, I know that. Yeah, but you know how to keep the peace around the house, right? That's pretty easy for me to do. For Debbie to outfish me, she does it quite often. She's just got that touch. I don't know what it is. She's more patient than I am, I think. I have to spend my time fixing reels. Shh, don't tell anybody. I'm getting her one for her birthday. I'm gonna buy two of them. No, they didn't have any down there, but no, I'm gonna buy two of them. Her birthday's coming up, and I'm buying two of them. One for me. You don't think I'm gonna get her a DC and not get me one? Come on, man. I'll probably just order them off Amazon. I'd rather just go get the box from Academy, though. I know why divorces cost so much because I'm a financial planner and I help my clients with them. you know, um, I cost as much as a lawyer, man. In fact, lawyers get kind of ticked at me because I charge more than some of them do. But why? Is this a joke? Because they're worth it. Yeah. You right, bro. Some of them. Yeah, some of them. I just hate to see it happen, though. I'm sorry. I've done it twice, 12 years and 20 years. Chasing guns outdoors. How you doing, dude? If y'all hadn't checked him out, y'all go check him out before you leave tonight. Um, somebody hit my like button, would you? And even if it's just, I'll give you a nickel. um, 40 years. Lucky man. Patient man. Patient wife, too, I suspect, huh? Yes, you are. You're very blessed. The Blade Show in Atlanta. Oh, really? Yeah, but do you enjoy Atlanta? I kind of veer around Atlanta when I can, if I have to go that direction. Used to millions of knives. Oh, I bet there are. I could probably spend a fortune in there. Wow. You had four surgeries? I've had one. They're and don't I'm not making slight of it, but if anybody is having heart problems or has it in their family, um, a bypass is not that big of a deal. Of course, I was in really good shape when it happened. Um, now I'm not in good shape, but I was. 56 Bel Air, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Simple Man's Barbecue. How you doing? How are you doing? Did you bring any food for us? I'm getting kind of hungry here. Trying to put a reel back together, but I keep reading the chat. But that's okay. I appreciate each and every one of you guys coming in. I'm so close to my 4,000 hours, and it just, I'm humbled that you would even come in. It really makes me feel good. I'm okay. I'm okay, Simple Man. I'm a little lonely. Debbie's babysitting. I, I appreciate you. We're telling lies. Fishermen don't lie. Like barbecue guys, they don't tell you their sauces, the recipes. I'm surprised Rob of Pit Dog Channel is not in, but I didn't call him or anything. Thank you, Holland Ash. I appreciate you. I appreciate you very, very much. This whole thing, this whole YouTube thing is well, if y'all saw my 1,000 subscriber video, I kind of didn't want to disclose everything, but I just figured why not? Everybody's being honest with me. Um, I, after the surgery, I don't have a whole lot of time left, and you know that you've had 4 of them, man. Yeah, that's right. Fishermen don't even lie with their mouths moved. That's pretty much right. I, that's funny, Chase. But I just kind of wanted to chronicle the last few years of my life with my kids because I went for years and years, and I won't go into why. I'm not a fugitive from justice or anything, but I had very few pictures taken of me over the years, and I mean, I went like 15 years without with 0 taken, and I thought my kids ought to have something they can throw darts at or something, something on the wall, and so I started doing them, and I didn't keep them all private. Now I know that. But so this guy, Charlie Spence, God bless him, he subscribed to my channel. I went, man, what do I do now? I kind of felt this obligation, Well, I can do this. I have the time. I can learn a little bit. And we're just cranking them out, I don't get to fish as much as I want to because it's so far away where I fish. And I don't really like freshwater fishing much anymore, but I'll do some this summer, you know. And then a couple of my videos started taking off, and wow, I'm amazed. You know, quit baby. Yeah, really. Yeah, that's all of our problems. My friend, and I'll name him because he's a good guy, and his daddy used to own a marina on the lake. I'll just call him John, down on Toledo Bend. He and I used to leave the office about noon and run down to Toledo Bend and go fishing down there. And he would I'd see him leaning over in the boat. He'd be leaning over, seeing me have a bait, he'd be hiding it from me like this and holding it down low, you know. I said, "What are you doing?" He'd say, "Man, when I tie this bait on, if these fish see it while I'm tying it on, they're all going to jump in the boat and sink this boat." He was so full of it, but he could fish. He grew up on Toledo before it was a lake, before they flooded the Sabine River. I dammed it up. Now, I think that was done in like 60, 61, 65, somewhere around there. And we caught a lot of fish. We'd tell the boss we'd get out of the meeting in the morning, and I knew that look. We'd be in the meeting. He'd go like this, okay. And we were the top salesman in the company anyway, so they didn't give us much grief. So we took off, and we probably fished 3 days a week for several years there. And that's why I'm burnt out on bass fishing. I just got sick of it. I like to catch them. I don't like to eat them. I've never liked to eat them. Um, and I just think bass fishermen in general are a little more, and I hate to do this because I'm gonna make a lot of people mad, and I'm not trying to. Some bass fishermen are a little rude when they're on the water. How's that? Yeah, I, I I'm the same way, Hall and Ash. I mean, I want the sub count just for the monetization because those fishing trips cost me so much. You know, it, it, uh, but and I'll be happy with 1 million subs and a $30,000 a month extra income. I doubt that's going to happen though. If I can just pay for 1 or 2 trips a year with this, I'm pretty much happy with it. Anybody else doing Amazon links, doing Amazon affiliate links on here? They've been very good to me. No, you think? I, I I I take it you were talking about the bass fishermen. Well, I'm sure saltwater fishermen are the same way. I mean, especially if we get down to Florida and these guys got these 400, 300, $400,000 boats. I guess some of those guys can be a little rude. Everybody can be rude. Um, I don't know. I remember John and I were under the bridge at Toledo Bend Lake, under Pendleton Bridge, and we were perpendicular to the bridge, and we were sitting right there fishing, crappie fishing. And a bass boat comes between us and the piling, and God, it's probably not 15 feet. And he comes flying through there. Well, we followed him to the bank and had a talk with him afterwards when he went up. That's just ridiculous. But not all bass fishermen are that way. But but I guess you get that in pretty much all walks of life, don't you think? At least that's been my experience. So you were asking about the guitar. That's my Virginia friend, right? Is that was you? Or who was that? I'll tell you a story behind this. Hey, you're right, Simple Man's Barbecue. Fishing on the dock, sitting there, tall glass of tea or your favorite adult beverage. Get your feet up. That's 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 relaxing, and I enjoy that too a lot. But I was going to tell him about this guitar back there, and I don't know if you guys know guitars. I don't want to run you off, but this knob here, I don't know if you can see it, small one, that comes off another Fender guitar. It's called the VR. And I bought that guitar. I was in my music store. A friend of mine owned a music store, and I said I need a Stratocaster. And you know how you get too much money one week, and you got to do something with it. And I went in there to get a purple, not a purple, but a maroon wine colored Telecaster. And he says, "Man," I said, "I've got a black and white American Standard Stratocaster, brand new case. It was like 1100. So I'll sell it to you for like, I don't know, 725." I said, "What's wrong with it?" He said, "Oh, you're just a good guy." Yeah, right. So I bought it, and I played it a little bit, and I didn't like it. I didn't set it up, didn't spend the time setting it up like I like it. I didn't like it, so I just stuck it in the closet for 10 years. Serious, that's a 2000 model. About 2010, I dragged it out and set it up, got it like I wanted it, and I play it some, but I didn't like where my fingers would hit that big old knob. This one, this was right here, one of these, and so I just didn't like it because that's just the way I play. I guess I'm retarded or something. I don't know, but so I went down there. And I said, "Do you have another knob I can stick on this?" No, it's all stock. They're not a link, Nico pickups. Um, so I just stuck. He had to order me one from Fender for another guitar, and then they actually asked for a serial number for the guitar it goes on. Really? So we had to get a new guitar that little bitty knob went to and call out that serial number, and they said they lost it. I ordered 2 of them. But I play it from time to time. You know, a Stratocaster's got a certain sound, but my Paul Reed Smith will get the same sound. I'm kind of a Gibson guy, always have been. I just don't like Les Pauls. You know, back to him saying fishing on the dock, that boats are, you have to love them, don't you think? You just have to love a boat if you're going to own a boat because they cost so much. Every time you turn around, it's $50 here, $100 there, and it's just like, really, is it ever going to end? No, it doesn't end. It never ends. They boat stands for break out another 1,000, and it's a hobby that if it doesn't make you very very happy to work on them, and I enjoy working on them, and very very happy to be on the water, then don't buy one. I've had boats all my life, ever since I was 18, I guess, and I enjoy them. But you're right. Sometimes you just want to go sit on a dock and just fish, not fool with all that mess, which I'm going to have to do next week before we go. Just a lot to do with it. Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping in. Come back anytime. If you guys hadn't checked that, if he's got a channel that's he's putting stuff up, and are you uploading stuff? Oh, I wouldn't worry about sinking in the middle of the water. You know, I swim like a fish, but I wear my life jacket. If that big engine's running, I'm gonna wear it. You can call me a sissy, but I've been out in the ocean, man, and a lot. And you can't tread water as long as you think you can. And that's why you have to maintain your boat so it won't sink. Um, it's insured, but it's not going to do you a whole lot of good, is it? So, what did you cook this week, Simple Man's Barbecue? You got something you're going to upload for us? Something to make me hungry? Which is like always. I swear I'd wear, if I ate everything I like to eat, I'd weigh 350 pounds. I could eat barbecue 24/7. Never been on a sinking ship or sinking boat. One cast, one fish. How you doing? Welcome. Is it your Betty by time? Man, it's only 8:30. You know, you must leftover brisket quesadillas. Oh no. Oh no. See, the other guy was talking about Animal Papa. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. Who was it that did the tacos, the crappie tacos? I have to scroll back and see. East Coast. Oh, okay. Got you. Catching any fish? The only time I get up at 4 a.m. is to fish or deer hunting, but I don't do that much anymore. Fish or duck hunt. That's pretty much the only thing that's going to get me up at 4 or 3. Yeah, good fish tacos. I mean, you guys. See, I was telling before you came in, I think Simple Man's Barbecue. I was telling them that I hadn't eaten a whole lot today, and now y'all are talking fish tacos, and I see barbecue in the name, and this is elderly abuse. Stop it. um, I did buy a pizza at the grocery store. All right. Y'all go to One Cast One Fish's channel when you leave here, man, and guys, and check him out. And I think who else just said they Simple Mass Barbecue did some quesadillas. Somebody else said they just put something up about some fish, and y'all check them out because I know you guys work hard. I have to work hard to catch one fish. Who are you talking about? Me? Must be talking about him. I don't have a John boat. I wish I did. It'd be a lot simpler. But I'm not sure I want to take a John boat down there to the Gulf Coast. I mean, there's some places back there I could certainly use one. I see them all the time, but I go back and forth all over that lake down there, and that's a very rough estuary down there. It's real shallow, and when you get wind against tide and you cross that ship channel, and those big ships are coming in, and it's it gets pretty bad down there at times. You get a 15 knot or better south wind, and you better not be out there in a John boat, or you're gonna die. So I'll finish putting this reel back together. Y'all have any idea how much fishing line I've gone through in the last 2 days? And Debbie, and Debbie did. She took all the reels and took line off of every one of them. She was having fun. She had a big old pile of that stuff. I should have filmed that. That type of boat I was cleaning was a bay boat. Yeah, tidal. Well, you get it. Tidal rivers. Yeah, wind against tide can be brutal. You're right. And especially if it doesn't come at the right angle. I remember Agent John with A&J Outdoors. If you hadn't seen his channel, go check him out someday. Uh, Good guy. And he's got a Mako, and it's the Mako, the newer Makos. Well, in the year he had it, and the Kenners. When Bill Kenner invented the bay boat, basically, and he sold out to Tracker, and Tracker took the Kenner inshore models and took the Mako and put them together, and basically it was the same hull. I think they were even built in the Kenner factory for a long time up in Arkansas. Well, he was telling me he doesn't like to go outside the jetties because he got into some, I don't know what they call it, but it wind against tide, yes, but you've also got this rogue stuff coming in from the side, like kind of like I heard Jupiter inlets like that. And you, no matter what kind of boats you have out there, you can die. Um, and and John said he doesn't want to go offshore with us. And we were going to go rig fishing this summer, and when the wind dies down a little bit, he didn't want to do it. And maybe he hasn't had that much experience handling boats. I don't know, uh, but anybody can get in trouble out there. I don't care how long you've been doing it. I don't care what kind of boat you have. You can get in trouble out there, but you just have to play it on the safe side. It's kind of like playing with a loaded gun. Sometimes you just don't do it. You know. You fish mainly rivers. I like to go fish. Simple Man's Barbecue says I like to go fishing by the dam. There's some big old boys down there. I've seen a catfish the size of a moped. You're dating yourself, dude. I can only imagine the fight that sucker would put up. Oh yeah, I agree. One cast, one fish. Got to be safe. Um, they do that, and I've done that. I did that at Ross Barnett Reservoir when I was in college. Um, we'd go down below the dam, and a friend had a John boat, and we would catch some shad and catch some of those big catfish down there. And it'd take like two anchors to hold us if the water was running. If the dam was open too much. And we've caught some big catfish, especially flatheads, big blues and flatheads. I say big, I'm not the size of mopeds. But God, I've forgotten about that. And we can do it down here on the Red River. There's some places down here you can do it. Um, I'd almost rather catfish than bass fish. I'd rather crappie fish, for one of the truth. Fish mainly, animal papa, fish mainly lake, love bass fishing. Good evening from San Antonio, Rick's Barbecue in Blackstone. Thanks for stopping in. If any of you guys would find it in your heart to hit my little like button, I sure would appreciate it. Y'all go check him out too. Y'all check each other out. Trapper Jay, I didn't see you slip in there. I'm gonna adjust this monitor. Put my glasses on. Yeah. I need one of these. We're working on reels, Thing's dirty too, isn't it? Have I ever been noodling? Actually, I have. Um, I was about probably 19, 18, 19. Not something I want to do again. They laughed at me a lot. They taught me how to feel around real slow and make sure you don't have a turtle. First thing to do is hit the like button. Thank you, Animal Papa. I appreciate it. So Rick's Barbecue in Blackstone. You got a new video out for everybody to go watch? I'm not even sure I have you. Do I have your channel? I'm gonna go see. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. See if I can do this. If I do that on, what am I on, Firefox? Yeah. I got Firefox set up. I'll just come back and do it. Good deal. Y'all check him out. Y'all check him out. Y'all get to know each other. We got to help each other, guys. All of us do. Especially the good channels, the good, decent people. And I've met a few YouTubers. And Pickles, what's up, Charlie? And in fact, Charlie knows who I met, and turned out we got a lifelong friendship now. It was Rob Barbecue Pit Dog Channel, and I found that pretty much everyone I've spoken with on the phone, and the one that I met, and a couple others that I knew from before I got into it, just been really good people, and that's refreshing. It's better. I think the serious YouTube community is a little bit nicer than the general population. Hey, Charlie, Pickles Barbecue. Let me tell you what they did at my condos, dude. I gotta believe this. We got a letter, and it happened a week after I smoked some ribs on my Cajun cooker back there. So the timing is suspicious. Um, got a letter saying that the state fire marshal and on one or two multi-unit, multi-family dwellings, and this is a condominium. I own it, but there's more than one unit in this building, and we can't have gas grills. We can't have charcoal. Can't have any open flame out there because, especially if we have an overhang. Of course, I've got a patio, cover, and within 10 feet and we can't barbecue within 10 feet of a structure unless it's electric. And then they said they're going to fine us $500. The HOA is, and then the state's going to fine them $500 if we have them on the patio. Well, I've never been one to follow rules real well when they're stupid. Well, it's a state requirement. I looked it up. So yeah, I know. And see, I won Pickles Barbecue's Cajun. I'm not Cajun Cook. I won the Old Smoky, the giveaway on the sub giveaway last year. And if y'all hadn't seen that video, I did some trout on there, were just great. But anyway, I've got the Cajun cooker, I got that Old Smoky, and I've got a big gas grill. You know, I know you purists don't like gas grills, but yeah, but it's quick for a steak. And we use that to grill our redfish and our steaks on. And Debbie and I probably grill twice a week. Well, I haven't used it ever since then. And they're wanting me to remove the propane tanks, they want me to remove the charcoal, want me to remove the grills. And I said, whoa, 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 whoa. You can tell me not to use them, but you can't tell me what I can own. This is my property. If as long as it's not illegal to own, I'm gonna keep them. Now I may put them aside on the patio and put a tarp over it or something, but not gonna happen. Um, I'll go to court on this one. So I've been looking for electric one. You know, I guess a pellet grill's the only way I can go over here. But I'm not going to stay here much longer anyway. We're still looking at property down on Toledo Bend. That's pretty stupid, isn't it? I mean, and I kind of get it because there are morons in apartments, but these are not apartments. I own this; it's insured. You know, if I want to burn my place down, it's okay. Probably arson, but it's my place. I'm not real happy about that. Well, I also know how much money they've got in their checking account, and I know I can bankrupt the HOA if I need to. Hello from Oklahoma. Tornado. Good name for Oklahoma. Welcome. There's some good people here in the chat, Tornado. I know most of their channels. I know of them. Been there. Check them out. Thank you, Fishing with Slip. I appreciate that like. Need all the likes I can get. Arson. Yeah, I'm not really wanting to burn my place down. I just thought I'd clarify that. And what's funny, I used to date an arson investigator for almost married her. Well, an HOA and a condo is you pretty much have to have it. They're not really that bad. They don't mess with me too much. They're pretty good to me in general because I haven't said anything else about it. And I told the guy on the board. Um, I just said, I'm not, I said, if y'all want to sue me, y'all want to fine me, we're going to court. I said, you know who the administrative law judge is up here? He's one of my friends from high school. So you really want to go there with me? I won't use it, but I'm not going to remove them. Where am I going to put them? In my mini warehouse? Big Lou. They said Big Lou's not real close to me. He's down close to where I fish. He's down near I think he's in Long Street, not Long Street, Long Street, down above Ragley, Louisiana, down by Big Lake. He's a few hundred miles away. Maybe we can get him, and later on, maybe we'll do something this summer. We're going to get Rob might come back over and fish with us, and Papa Texas said he'll come down if we can. Yeah, I'm sure he goes crabbing because he's less than an hour from where we fish down there. Maybe we can get him in on that if Papa Texas and Barbecue Pit Dog channel comes down. They come down. If we can get it coordinated, coordinating all that stuff's what's hard. Rich's Barbecue in Blackstone says, I had an HOA board member try to tell me I had too much smoke coming out of my backyard one morning. And see, I think that's what prompted this, because I really did put the smoke to those ribs. And we have a new lady I won't point to it, but, and as soon as she moved in, she ran for the board. Well, they've asked me to be on the board a dozen times, and I just don't want to do it. Uh, and that kind of let me know as soon as she gets here, she wants to be on the board of the HOA, and it's very telling. I'll say it that way. Love crabbing. Yeah, I like crabbing too. Ham and ribs. I'm not paying nothing. I'm not paying nothing. Let me just go on record. It'll be a cold day and you know where before I pay them anything. I'll pay them my dues. I'll pay my assessments for fixed up parking lot fixing stuff like that, but I'm not going to pay a fine. Famous last words. They don't want to mess with me. I don't fight fair. Oh, wait, who's talking about him? Talking about him. Yeah, I, they're jealous because they smelled it, man. Yeah, that's I think you said that once before, Charlie. That's it got wet. That's why it's kind of sideways in there, and I can't move it. I may take it down and maybe they can remat it or something, but I don't know if they can move it. I think it's going to come apart. It was in my mini warehouse and it got wet at some point in time. But it doesn't matter. My whole condo is a man cave. I mean, there's a kayak on the wall over here. There's two guitar amplifiers over here. There's an ice chest over here, and got a metal detector on the couch, and I got life vests on the recliner in the corner. I've got camping stuff. It's just it, I've got too much junk for this small place, and that's why I have a 15 by 25 mini warehouse. Smoked ribs one day and left them unsmoked by mistake, and the bears came down. As in the Chicago Bears. I didn't know bears like my Vietnamese adventure blogs. Hello from Vietnam. Well, hello. Y'all get to know each other. So, Charlie Pickles, have you come up with any new recipes you want to share with us that you've already filmed? Dick himself showed up. I'm sorry, it's been a terrible week. Ditka, he's funny. He's, you know what? I need to be wearing I've got the chat on the 21-inch monitor, and I still can't read it. I guess I could make it a little larger, so I wouldn't have to squint. Let me try that. What do you say? Y'all go away. Okay, 120. Ooh, wrong way. Let's get a little larger. Oh, wow, that's big. I can read that. Cool. I'm doing bonus pork ribs, he says, tomorrow. Not sure what I'll do yet. Hmm. Have y'all ever heard of and maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. So anybody that knows anything about German food, I think it's called a Spießbraten. Basically, it's kind of a rolled up piece of beef with stuff in it. I'm sorry your neighbor died yesterday. Malaria. That's not good. You like tripas. I don't even know what tripas are. You're talking about. Tripes, you mean? Tripe? Malaria. Tripe, okay. I can't say that I've ever really knowingly eaten tripe. Nice microphone. Well, when you're a musician, you have a lot of those hanging around, or used to be a musician, have a lot of those hanging around. It's just a Shure SM58. It's the one without the switch. That means you have to rely on a sound man to do his job right. They're not expensive, you know. But thank you. Um, I probably should be using that SM57. It's a little bit more directional. Can y'all hear that air conditioner that just kicked on with central air? Need a microphone in my submarine. You have a submarine? Do I still play? Not professionally, no. I'll play. I'll play something every day. Um, I, I have to. Otherwise, you lose. You can't hear it good. Thank you. Appreciate you. If you don't play at least every other day, you and I've lost a lot. You know, I'd have to. If somebody said, "Blues, I need you to come do a session or do a gig for me," I'd have to play for like 5 days straight, for 3, 4, 5 hours a day to loosen up. Hey, we're not going to get into politics over here, bro. So, okay. Let me see if I can make Pickles a mod here. Oh, Pickles. Doesn't work, but I'm turning a submarine into a club. Well, my suggestion would you get a really good sound man if you're going to open a club, somebody that actually knows what he's doing. And spend some money. Don't get cheap sound. I didn't mean for you to actually do that, but that's okay. You know, it just, I miss, look, I'd love to talk politics, but I'll end up like Louder with Crowder. You know, this is a fishing channel. May do a politics channel one day. I need good people. Everybody needs good people. That's the hardest thing in business. Number one problem in business is not capital. You can get capital like that if you got a good idea and you've got a good business model, good business plan, but finding the right people is everything. See it, seen it for 20 years. Ease up, Pickles. Be cool. Just, we don't want to get real militant here. Yeah. Anyway, where are we? Who hasn't hit the like button? I know it's because Deb isn't here, right? Just pretend she's sitting here, guys. Well, yeah, they're good. They're like $100. Um they're not really great. Uh, they just I have an old Unisphere A, and I need to find it. I hope it didn't get stolen when my warehouse got robbed. I had my old gig bag, and I had an old Shure Unisphere A, had a switch on it, and when we were the warm up band for BB King here, and years and years ago, and they were setting everything up, and his mic wasn't working. It wasn't working right, and I was still taking my stuff down. They were doing, I was still taking my stuff down, and I said, "Here." and the curtains were there. And I said, use mine. And so BB King sang out of it, and he spit all over it. No, and I kind of cherished that mic, and I didn't use it much after that. I used another one, but I really hope I still have it. I hope that guy didn't steal it. You know, it's just kind of personal thing. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something though. An all-white band opening up for BB King back in those days, we were scared to death at first, but they dug us, and they were very, very nice to us, and that's in the '70s, and that made me feel good. And Baby was just outstanding. He was a very nice guy too. I think he got nicer as he got older. I didn't get to talk with him after that, but I think he got nicer as he got older. Yeah, he's. We did the BB King thing, the James Brown thing, and the Rascals. Warmed up for open for all three of them, and like the same year, I think. And the Rascals was horrible. I mean, the band was good, but the acoustics was in it was in the Hearst Coliseum, and the acoustics were just well, it's might as well been in a warehouse. You know, it was just terrible. Everything was feeding back, and it was bad. It was really bad. Is music my greatest passion? Probably. Probably. I don't, and I'm sorry, this is a fishing channel. Yeah, probably. I would say it was my first love. And say I have two brothers. I have a really big 6'5" older brother. Well, he's not anymore, but, and then a younger brother. And we're like 5.5 years apart, all three of us. Yeah, Robert Cray. I've never met him. I heard he's a good dude. Uh, um, and so probably I didn't get enough attention as a child. And my mother played piano, played organ in my grandfather's church for years. And I liked Elvis when I was a kid. And I liked Milk Cow Blues to be and Blue Moon in Kentucky. I like those two songs because Scotty Moore was using an Echo amp back then. This is before James Burton started playing with him. And I just like that sound. It just, well, y'all know what rock and roll did to the country. And so I, I got a paper route while I was in Houston, and of course I'd go see bands, local bands. And I bought my first guitar. I was like 12 years old. Of course, now a 12-year-old couldn't throw the Houston Chronicle from a bicycle. Did it every morning before school, every afternoon after school. I paid $28, and I think it was 5 cents for that guitar. And I I would get records like Beatles records and stuff, and I'd have my little record player, and I'd one note at a time, you know. And one of my brother's friends said that he heard me, came down the hallway and said I'd tell my brother I heard him say he'll never learn to play. When I did my first record with one of my bands, I signed a copy of the record and sent it to him and told him where to stick it. He was still a friend of my brother's. You know, I did learn. You know. Probably for attention, as far as being my passion, was probably for attention. The older brother got all the attention, and then the little brother got all the attention. And I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist. I just like playing guitar. It, I feel you don't play guitar, you feel guitar. I don't, or any musical instrument, I guess. Anybody catch anything good lately? Caught cold. Hopefully, I'll catch a bunch of flounder in the next 10 days whenever we leave. Trying to get everything worked out to go down to Lake Charles. Somebody caught some bunch of crappie, 36 crappie. I think he's already gone. He said he caught 36 crappie on Lake Conroe and made crappie tacos, which sounds really good about now. Why do you ask, Simple Mans? Is music my greatest passion? I mean, I like to cook too. I suck at it. Just about like I do fishing. Y'all are making me hungry. Y'all say anything about crappie. I love crappie. I love to catch them. I like to eat them. Um, that's I'm not sure if a brim. What do you think? Do y'all think a brim fights more pound for pound than a crappie or a crappie? I think a brim probably fights more pound for pound. What do y'all think? Yeah, I'm tired. I were you an FBI interrogator? Yeah, I do. No, those memories. I think probably those memories when I played a lot. You know, brim, red ear, chinkapin. Um, what are the other kind of brim? Bluegill. I Simple man. I, going back to what you were talking about, I was happiest in the studio, but they don't do it like they used to do. Now everybody does it, you know, on Pro Tools, and then they send it to you. I mean, they still do some, but I really enjoy the studio. You think definitely crappie fight tougher than more than a brim, pound for pound. I mean, they fight, but they've got those little paper mouths. Can't put as much pressure on them. At least I can. I always lose them. I think if a brim ever got to 5 pounds, it would be like catching a swordfish or a marlin. Anybody want to help me clean reels? I don't know if you guys weren't in here earlier. Debbie stripped all my reels with that with that line stripper, wherever it is. It's somewhere around here. She just thought that was the neatest thing. And I've probably gone through. Let's see. I went to two 330-yard spools of strand 14 pounds. I went through a spool of 15-pound braid, half a spool of 20-pound braid, and I've still got more reels to do. Yeah, I'm thinking so. I'm thinking bluegill or I don't know what species of brim. Uh, but I just remember catching those big old what we call bull brim. I don't know what kind they were. The one with the yellow bellies down on Toledo Bend. What did I end up doing with the flounder? Charlie Spence. There's my first sub, guys. At least I think he was. What are you doing, bro? Hey, we're coming down, Charlie. I need you to put your email, or you'll find my email on my channel. Send me an email. Just put your name in the subject line, and I'll tell you when we get it all ironed out. We're coming down real soon. Charlie lives down on Big Lake. Wishing I was fishing. Yeah, I bet you do. Well, we finally got away. We're and is that your shearwater, Charlie? Because I know you have the gator tail boat. Charlie's got a video of a shearwater boat, and I really like those boats. And he's got a gator tail. Yeah, that's a beautiful boat, man. I think is it insured? You just need to leave it for me out on the side of the road. Hold on. Excuse me, guys. Um, yeah, that little gadget, that line stripper really worked well, and but I'm paying the price for it now. You know, it's and I guess it's good because I had to take that old Calcutta, one of my Calcuttas, and thank you, um, and take it all apart. And I found an old. I don't know if you can still buy these. I found an old. I don't know if you can see that there. There was a kit with drag grease and bearings and all kinds of stuff for my Shimano. I've had it in there for years, and I finally dug it out and then rebuilt that Calcutta, and it's smooth as silk now. It's good for another 20 years. Pickle said he's headed to Nebraska for a bit of fishing. This never been. What kind of river fishing? Nebraska. I don't know anything about Nebraska fishing. All I know is I think there's pheasant hunting up there and chucker. I think you can kill chucker up there. Fighting 217. Charlie 10. Oh, I got you. He's subbing. He's subscribing to him. Charlie's got a. I was so jealous. See, Charlie, what engine do you have on that Shearwater? How many horsepower do you have on that Shearwater boat you have there? Yeah. Um, Charlie, hit my like button if you will, please. I'll buy you a beer. 300. Charlie's posted a video, and I know that run he made from the jetty. You were from the jetties up to basically up to Joe's Cove, right? And that's a pretty good run. And I don't know how fast you were running. I doubt you were wide open. But that thing and that Shearwater, that thing ought to run 65, huh? Or 70. I'd love to be able to get down, run Big Lake. That's what they call it, Lake Calcasieu, Big Lake. I'd love to be able to cruise over 35 miles an hour on it. It's so far from between fishing spots. Yeah. Yeah, but that's probably pretty good though. You know, where your camp is in the middle of the lake. What you need to do is I need to quit paying people down there, and I need to make a deal with you. Maybe I get a little discount. I'll just rent your place. We'll keep it clean and everything. these these rooms are killing me down there. I'll be on the A Bear side this year. I mean this trip. Um, we'll probably launch Calcasieu Point though. I'm not going to launch at A Bears unless I find the fish are down south. You know. Um, have you fished lately down there? Is the water clearing up down on Calcasieu Lake? For you guys that don't know Calcasieu Lake, it's a brackish water estuary. It's Mars. The Calcasieu River runs into the Gulf of Mexico, and that's it's a lot of oyster reefs, a lot of places for alligators and fish to hide, and when fresh water starts coming down from Oklahoma and from Texas and North Louisiana, it kind of messes everything up. Water's getting better. It's really fresh right now. Tons of bait. Huh. Hmm. We're good. By the time I get down there, maybe it'll be cleared up. That'd be good because Debbie wants to win the CCA flounder tournament. You asking me, Charlie? Charlie Smith's Pickles Barbecue's name is Charlie, so sometimes I'm going to call him Charlie. At least that's what I think it is. What got me into fishing? My daddy got me into fishing. He took me before I was in kindergarten. I can take you to the very spot that I caught my first brim. Right now, it's about 4 cypress trees together. What? Charlie Spencer's wife and I were in Long Point Bayou, almost 300 yards from Ship Channel, and an 8-foot gator ran into a trolling motor. Yeah, it's fresh. Well, I've seen big gators in West Pass. They'll and I'll tell you where else I've seen them. If down on the Ship Channel, by where the wading spot is, south of the ferry, I've seen a big gator a dead gator wash up on basically the beach right there. With cars would park, come on 27, and you right in that curve, you head back north, and we hesitated to wade out there, but we did. Now, I wouldn't be from Louisiana if I was scared of alligators and snakes. My pops got me into animal. Papa said he's got me into about 40 years ago. North of the Pogey plant. Yeah. Is it north? Yeah, it is north of it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Well, the Pogey plant shut down now, and that's probably why that and they stopped oyster dredging. They can do it with tongs now, and that's probably why our fishery's coming back. Is Rick leaving? I remember Animal Papa. I remember my dad taking me to Cross Lake, and his friend Ed, we'll just call him Ed. He had a 10-horse Mercury, and my dad had a brand new 7.5 Evinrude, and we'd rent a wooden John boat out here, and they take the engines in the back of their cars. And he'd throw that 7.5 in the back of that Buick and rent that John boat for like probably $2 all day long, clamp it on the back, and we'd take off, and we always outran that Mercury for some reason. I don't know if it was his prop or maybe because his friend Ed was heavy. I don't know, but I never have owned a Mercury engine because of that. Always owned Johnson Evinrude and Yamaha, which is pretty much the same thing now. Did you hurt your trolling motor, Charlie Spence? You guys that live up north, if you think these Cajun people out, yeah, I bet. If you think these Cajun people ain't tough, you listen to this right here. Yeah, you really can't. Animal Papa, I had a 1980 85 horse Evinrude B4 on my Skeeter, and it survived 2 Skeeter boats. When I went to buy the new Skeeter, well, new in 96 or 97, I didn't get the new engine. I kept my engine, and I sold that Skeeter in 2014, and it was a 96. Of course, I took care of it, and that engine was still running like a new one. So 2014 to from 1980, how many years is that? 34, 34-year-old engine. It ran like a new one. Now I bought it used, so I don't know if it had been rebuilt, but I took care of it. I did have to put head gaskets in it once. That's about it. Nerves. Do you get away to fishing during the week, Charlie Spence? I'm so glad you came in. I've been wanting to hook up with you, dude. I need to put Deb's reel back together. You do? Cool. Yeah, my email address is in the About Me page on my channel. Just send me an email and we'll swap phone numbers or something. Don't put it up in here, though. And I'll tell you, I'll get it. I'll have to check with Rachel. Not cool. Well, we're going to stay a few days this time. I'm going to make the trip worthwhile. And my buddy from 1990 Evan Rouge, and when they put that ethanol, I hate ethanol. I won't run ethanol in mine, and they will ruin outboards. They've got a new one. I don't know if y'all read about it. I'd have to get up and go get the article. They got it's not biodiesel. It's something else. Charlie lives down there. He probably knows about this stuff that's really good for boat engines. Yeah, turn down that mic for our cough. Last year was nice. I was building a new community center for Hackberry. They built a new community center? Yeah, I bet you had a lot of afternoon meetings. The place where I go get the hamburgers? Yeah, ethanol will kill your engine animal, Papa. I mean, it's called phase separation. And it's just water is just not good in a two-stroke. Okay? I mean, that's all there is to it. And of course, I don't want a four-stroke. I know I'm going to have to get one eventually if I live long enough, but if I find another 90 Yamaha two-stroke, another used one, I'll buy it right now and just keep it in my warehouse. Oh, the rec center. Okay. Well, the rec center, if you guys ever fish Galaxy Lake, you got to go eat lunch at the rec center or dinner. You got like not good hamburgers for like $3, little shrimp baskets for like $6. It's I fished down there 10 or 12 years before I even knew about the place. And somebody told me about it. I did a video on it. It was good food for what, for the price. Is that government subsidized or something? It's too cheap. Yeah, I'm a two-stroke guy too. My family owned a Yamaha bike dealership, so it's kind of in my blood. I I don't know. I don't know why we don't have two-stroke cars. I mean, they got the emissions down low on them. Look at the Optimax, the Mercury Optimax, and the HPD. How do you say HPDI Yamahas? I mean, their emissions are as low as any four-stroke. Hmm. Hmm. I see. I didn't think they could. I didn't even know they could stay open at those prices. I analyze food. I analyze for a restaurant. I do some work for a restaurant, and I can look at the food cost. I can tell you if that place is going to make it or not, or somebody's going to steal. And their food cost is. I mean, their prices are so low. Their food cost must be over 45%. Your food cost needs to be 28 or less in most businesses. You know. I just thought they might be subsidized because you're not going to make more than 15% profit with a 30% food cost in most restaurants. And if you can't make 15%, you might as well go put your money in a real estate investment trust and make 10% right now. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, they are two strokes for, and I can make a two-stroke go. I wouldn't do it to my boat engine, but you give me a Yamaha two-stroke bike from the '70s, give me a Dremel and a welder so I can build an expansion chamber, new carburetor jets, maybe a little different carburetor. I can make them go. I've still got the Yamaha factory racing tip manual that they gave to dealers. Oh, I didn't know it was open during duck season. I haven't duck hunted down there. I've got a good place up here um, that was mine for years, and I gave it to my buddy. I just told him that I want to just let me hunt it every time I want. It's deer and duck and turkey. I didn't see any reason to drive 300, 250 miles for duck hunting. Of course, I don't even like to drive 60 miles for duck hunting. I do enjoy duck hunting though. Got a whole bunch of duck commander calls I got way before they were famous. Anybody rebuilding reels this month? Is you know the best places to get parts? I guess just straight from Amazon, huh? What kind of ducks y'all get down there, Charlie? I know y'all get some mallards. I know you probably get a lot of blackjacks. And you get many wood ducks down there, or widgeon, or teal? I need some rum in that. It's just getting late. Let me see what time it is here. My glasses on, though. Alrighty. Wow, I can read this much better now. Dude. Oh, really? Hmm. Charlie, since you fish so much, we've started a channel. We haven't we own well we have the channel name. That's all we've done. Um, my friend who you'll meet down there if you come to see us. He's a Navy veteran. We called him Slayer John in the last video he was in. He's got that Nautic star, and we started a channel called Saltwater Demolition Team. We were going to get my friend John Morris with Morris Maytag. Well, he's retired now, and then this other guy, the one I just spoke to you about, and a couple others. And it's just going to be for collabs videos. We'll probably make it for epic type trips. So if you're interested, we'll talk to you about it if we get together later on this summer or in a couple of weeks. Man, this is great. I hope y'all don't mind the glasses, but it messes with my makeup, right? I can sure read this better. I put on my glasses and run off. Animal Papa, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel. And if y'all haven't gone to his channel and checked him out, y'all go do that before you leave tonight. And I'm gonna shut down a little early. And I really appreciate you participating. You're a good guy for showing up this late at night on the spur of the moment. Eh, You did an offshore trip 2 weekends ago. I know you didn't take that shearwater offshore, not unless it was flat out there. That if y'all know anything about shearwater boats that are about that high off the water, no, they're not that bad. Yeah, I want to do a shark fishing trip. I think that'll make a great video. I've had a lot of kids asking me to do a shark fishing one. 37 yellowfin. Yeah, well, that's a lot different than a sleek little shear. See, a shearwater is like a Maserati of bay boats. To me, they are anyway. We'll probably hit the rigs later on this summer with a buddy boat. You have a 4-stroke. You can handle that. See, I'd have to go that far. I don't really know the limits of my fuel tank yet. Because you know that though it's a little 90, thing sucks the gas down. I think I've got a 37-gallon tank. I've never run it empty. Oh wow, grass lines. Get you some cobia. Well, y'all call that lean, right? Y'all call them. Yeah. Get some cobia on those grass and some dorado. I don't know if you. Well, how far out were you? 50 miles? Because 50 miles is about where, right there. I think that's where you can get to the blue water, right? Or is it further than that where we are, but down in South Calcasieu? I know over in Venice, it's closer. That's yeah, 100. See, I can't take my little 18-foot Kenner that far out. Not going to happen. I'll go to the close rigs on a slick day. I'll probably go. You come out and you head east. I say that's the better rig to fish. Well, yeah, blue water, but you're not going to catch any. You're not going to drop the continental shelf. You're not going to drop off into any deep water, right? But that first rig on the right there is what, 6, 7 miles, 5 miles. I've seen it there, but I've never fished it. Every time I've gone that far out on the jetty, the big old rollers. Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. The depth. I thought you had to get out 50 miles to over there at that area to for it to get deep, to be able to get some of the blue water, the pelagics, bankers rigs. I assume they're owned by the banks. Oh, is that rig dead? I've never been close enough to it to hear it, sound off. I don't know if it's still. I guess it's doing that. Warning boats, ships. We got 3 in here. Who else is here that I'm neglecting? Let's see. Animal Papa's gone. No. Let me back up, back up, back up. Rick, are you still here? Rick's Barbecue in Blackstone. And Charlie Pickles Barbecue. You still here? Yeah, now triple tail is something I do want to catch down here. And big trout, obviously. Triple tail, that's good eating, man. Head east. Yeah, right. Those, and that's where I'm wanting to go. And I'll go with another boat, with my little boat, because that Kenner handles water real well, and I'm pretty experienced. But I'm not stupid. I'm not going to be. I'm just not stupid. But I'll go with another guy, and if it's flat and we can run out there, I've been wanting to go and try to catch some triple tail. They can catch us around buoys and stuff too. They'll run shallow, don't won't they? Man, I'd love for Debbie to hook into a cobia. She's she's not going to be able to handle it with her light tackle though. She'll have to bring one of her big rods. We've got the rods. She just doesn't like messing with them. Oh, this, this hard chair is getting bad. Really comfortable. Let's see what time it is. Man, I really appreciate all you guys coming in. Daddy Dutch Barbecue. Howdy. I'm looking at the time. Give me a second here, bro. Welcome. If y'all hadn't seen Daddy Dutch Barbecue's channel, you need to go look at it after you leave here. If you hadn't hit the like button, hit the like button for Deb, if not for me. She's not here, but she's babysitting. She needs a God bless her. It will get under the crab trap near the weirs. So, really? You're talking about triple tail wheel? Charlie Smith says, and I assume he's talking triple tail or lean. Tell you what, somebody's got to do something about all those crab traps, and they need to change that minimum spacing a little bit. I mean, I know the guys have to make a living, and I get all that, but coming out of West Cove, geez, I mean, if you turn your head, you're gonna run into a crab trap. I know it's got a little path right through there, but sometimes I don't want to go straight out. I want to take a right, wind through them. And the same thing down at what's that last weir next to the last weir? You know what the one I'm talking about, the one in the corner down there. Lambert's, is that Lambert's? You know, you can't hardly fish it if the wind's blowing, but all the crab traps in front of it. So what's been going on? What's been going on? Shame to say I've never fished saltwater fish, only freshwater. Well, have you ever duck hunted, Daddy Dutch? Because if you ever fish freshwater, if you only fish freshwater and you fish saltwater one time, and you get on, oh, what do you think, about a 25-inch redfish and shallot on light tackle, you won't want to fish freshwater anymore, man. It's like duck hunting. To me, it's addictive. It's like the cocaine of fishing. I grew up on it. I started fishing Cypress Lakes, and then I moved to Corpus Christi. So we were flounder gigging at night when I was a kid. Of course, you can't let kids out to do anything anymore. And you don't need to be ashamed. I mean, just it's your life will be different though. You'll never be happy with freshwater again. Hey, I love crappie now. I love crappie. Oh my goodness. Lower Laguna Madre. Yeah, yeah. I fished all of that down there. Everything down there. I've got 8mm movies of me in my diapers playing on Mustang Island right in the water next to Bob Hall Pier. We would spend days down there because my grandmother lived in Corpus. She was here and then she went to Corpus. My grandfather was the Snoopy's. It's before Snoopy, I think. He was a Greek Orthodox priest at that church. He was the first one at that Greek church down there. So, and then we moved down there. Ingleside, but we would every chance we got, we were at the beach, fish on frozen lake. See, all right, this is something I don't know. All right, frozen lakes. You guys that get on these frozen lakes and you dig holes, drill holes in perfectly good ice, and you call us crazy for fishing with alligators? You guys got cojones this big, man. There's no way I'm getting on that ice and drilling a hole and sitting. And now, I guess after y'all set up a little hut and everything, it's okay. But I can't see me standing on that ice, intentionally putting a hole in it or cracking it. That just, I know what hypothermia does to you. So my hat's off to you guys, man. Y'all are tough. It's not just Cajuns that are tough. 24 inches of ice. But see, I don't know the tensile strength of ice. Maybe that's the problem. And I don't know how easily it breaks after, 4 inches. I know my Piro will bust 2-inch ice when I would go duck hunting. I'd get up on it and I'd get my paddle and boom, and I'd paddle a bit and slide up on it. It's tough. Yeah, it really is. You got to want to get out of the house a whole lot to bust. To go ice fishing. You either must have a, I don't know. I don't know what the motivation is at home. you know. Now I know some guys, their wives, they'd do anything to get out of the house with their wives, but God bless them. But man, you guys, I don't see how y'all do that. I don't like cold weather anyway, especially now that I'm getting older and I've got this heart surgery thing going on. And I'm on this blood thinner. I mean, I keep my condo at 77 degrees when it used to be 69. I don't see how y'all do that, man. You can drive 16 with a full size pickup. You can walk on 4, ATV on 6 to 8. Yeah, I'd be interested in knowing that. What kind of fishing line do y'all have to use? Heated steel wire. uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, that would be interesting. I guess your line gets when you, I want to hear the answer to that or read the answer to it. 4-pound test. Oh, really? A mono? 4-pound test mono? They just don't fight much, or? Because I know you're catching bigger fish than a 4-pound test line will handle. Well, and the 70-degree ice shack is fine. See, that's like I I kind of get that because my duck blind that we built, I haven't hunted it in years, but we're if you've ever watched Phil Robertson, he's not far from here. He actually taught me how to blow a duck call the right way. But I have to have my little Coleman stove, and we take some sausage and some bread and we make toast and sometimes we'll take bacon and so I get that. Yeah, even in a duck blind, even though it's open in the front, excuse me, didn't mean to bump that. Even though it's open, you're still pretty warm in there. Number 4-pound mono. Do you break off a lot? I mean, 4-pound mono is, I like to fish 6 and 8 for crappie because of the cover I fish in. I mean, I'd prefer 4, but I know that I'm going to break off. Stomach's growling, guys. While he's typing that, Charlie Spence, how long have you had that Shearwater, and are you happy with it? And would and and I know the dealer down there in Sulphur is not a blackjack dealer anymore. I kind of messed him up with Bill Kenner myself, I think, because he treated me. He was he was a jerk one day. But did you consider a blackjack, or you just like the looks and the sleekness of the Shearwater? Because I think I want a blackjack when I grow up. In fact, I know I do. Well, they're all expensive to keep up. It's like a small carpet that sits flat on the ice with holes in the floor. We take grills and black stones in a trailer. We don't get broke off much. That's crazy. I would think that if you got that heated, you're melting your floor. Yeah. Excuse me. Hold on. Let me cough, guys. I would think you're melting your floor, but I know these guys, they stay in there for hours. I've watched them on television. Wow. That's just got 2 conversations going. I got one going with Daddy Dutch, one going with Charlie Spence. Somebody else is here. I don't know who it is. Might be Debbie. Just watching. Somebody else just came in. Welcome, whoever you are. Um, there was a Shearwater up here. They were doing some work to it up in one of the boat dealers up here in Bossier City, and had those recessed trim tabs. It was really nice. And the kitchen sink with fresh water. Debbie wants one day, hopefully, she would like something with a head, like, and I know I can probably get that with a Blackjack 256, but like a Shearwater, that's $100,000 boat. I'd be paying for that from now on. 4-inch insulated floor between you and the ice. We go on ice Thursday morning. Don't leave till Sunday night. God, you guys. Okay. And I guess you grow up with it, Daddy Dutch. You just kind of grow up around this. It's like growing up around wasp nests and water moccasins while we're fishing a cypress lake, and alligators. I guess it's something you just get used to, and you just don't think anything about it. Or when I was a kid, Portuguese man of war, big ones, were all floating off Padre Island and Mustang Island. I mean, they were everywhere. We'd get stung, those tentacles like 35 feet long sometimes. And my dad would take some tobacco and put it on her leg and go back out in the water. you know. Um, and the Mister system on the top is that you got a top that folds down? Is that what that is? It's a great guys' weekend away from the War Department. Oh, okay. So you got all the stuff up there. all the electronics and stuff up there, I guess. Oh, Mister, that type of Mister. Okay, I thought it was a brand name that sprays water on you, keeps you cool. Oh, wow. Charlie, and here all this time, I didn't think you were a sissy. You sound like Debbie. Do not show that to Debbie. If you show that to Debbie, she's going to make me install something like that. Please don't do that to me. My goodness. Oh, no, I'm in trouble now. Actually, that's a good idea, especially if you're offshore. Because the reason I don't have a T-top, the reason I opted for the Bimini is because I've been offshore and the T-top, the sun's not right overhead, it's over here, and your shadow's out in the water. I mean, it gets, you can get out of it a little bit sometimes, but and Debbie, if I can't put the top up in the middle of the day with her on Big Lake, now she'll stay out there all day, but she's got to have the top up. But, come about 11 o'clock, and usually I'm ready to go in 11, but that's like a luxury item. Okay, man. Oh no, she's gonna make me put one on mine. Was it expensive? Surely it wouldn't be. A bilge pump, freshwater source. Yeah, I could build one. It wouldn't be fancy, but I could build one. It's a PVC. Sunday was great, but it turned into a booze grill. Let me read this now. More than 50. I knew the shade. That's something I don't do. I don't drink. I don't drink when I'm fishing. I rarely drink anyway. Yeah, that sounds nice. I'm gonna have to see that. That's a great idea. And you're using a fresh water source, obviously. I don't guess the fishy smelling ice slushy water out of your ice chest is gonna work. I could see where you could put it on a timer like an aerator, like a, you know. Yeah, see, I don't have room to put a fresh water source in that little, but I'm trying to keep my boat light. I don't even like the 3 batteries in it, and you know why I want to keep it light, so I can get back there where all those morons out in Big Lake can't go. If I can run in 11 inches, I can get up in a foot. Because you know what happens on weekends? All the fish go way back in there, and they stay away from those boats and the guides. I think I'm gonna get a pole. You guys set them up with just a small cooler and a pump. Yeah. I don't guess it would take much water if your holes are small enough. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that. Now, the more I think about it, that's just more weight, 8 pounds a gallon. If I put 2 more gallons of water, that's 16 more pounds. Looks like I leave out 3 gallons of fuel, 6 pounds a gallon, right? 18. All right, Daddy Dutch. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. Sorry it's so late. I'm sorry Debbie isn't here for y'all to look at. She's a lot more fun than I am. I was going to finish rebuilding this, cleaning this reel up. In fact, I think it's about time to shut it down. I appreciate you guys coming in. It really means a lot to me. And it really, really does. I haven't done much live, and I'm just kind of learning to do it. And hope I didn't disappoint you too much, because now I can sit around and BS with the best of them, but, usually I'm smoking, and I don't want to smoke on camera. I'm just not going to do that. YouTube will, you know what'll happen. Everybody knows. Charlie, Smiths, Daddy Dutch Barbecue, and whoever else is watching, I'm going to shut her down. Thank you guys so much for coming in. If you hadn't hit the like button, please do. Do it for Deb. Don't do it for me. She's pretty. I'm not. And she's sweet, and I'm not. Thanks, guys. I'm going to shut her down. Good night, y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you that came in. if I can get this thing to work.